What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's co-main event in Chicago, Illinois at 140 pounds between two former world champions, Regis Prograis and Jojo Diaz. Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Could you also like this video? Go down to the bottom of your screen right now. Find the bell notification button. Click that so you never miss a video. Also, guys, we launched our Johnny Says Boxing VIP membership on the channel. It's a couple dollars a month. You get more access on the channel. You get the community posts. You get access on our live streams, but more importantly, this is the best bit, you get to become a member of our private Discord group. That link is pinned in the comments section below. All right, guys, we've already covered the main events on this fight card between Kenneth Sims Jr. and Oscar Duarte. This is the co-main event in the Windy City this weekend between two guys who were once at the top of the mountain and two guys who feel that they want to get back there again and understand that this is probably their last opportunity. Jojo Diaz, a former world champion, he's moving up to 140 pounds. This is a guy, when he was at his best, he was a really tough out, a really fun fighter. He comes with a large fan base, and it seems like he's in his mid-40s, but Jojo's only 32 years old. It's been well documented, his struggles outside of the ring. Very common in boxing, unfortunately. Everything I've heard during Media Week, just got done watching an interview with him and his newer coach on Fight Hype. They were talking about how everything is in order, everything is in line. He claims his belief is there, his work ethic is there. But guys, I just watched him last month. He took a tune-up fight in Tijuana, Mexico. He did not look good. He got the dub. It was a 6-rounder. But at 32 years old, he was never the fastest guy. He was never the slickest or sharpest guy. And if that fight a month ago is signs of what we're going to see this weekend, Jojo Diaz has a tall hill to climb. In his opponent, Regis Prograis, he was a former world champion. We've seen him recently. He's on a bit of a skid. His last two losses, no shade though. He fought Devin Haney. He fought Jack Catterall. He actually dropped Jack Catterall, lost the decision. Afterwards, he spoke about how he was going to retire and pick up bare knuckle boxing. We know as boxing fans, especially people who put money on these fights and fighters, you never want to hear that from a fighter talking about retirement. You know what I mean? So take that for however you want to, put as much reason on it with however you want to. Either way, the fight's going down. Prograis is in his natural weight class at 140 pounds. Like I said, Jojo's moving up, southpaw versus southpaw. Regis isn't the guy he used to be. Jojo isn't the guy he used to be. So bet at caution. Because I do these breakdowns, because you guys were asking for me to break this down, these stats don't lie videos, I'm going to give you my prediction, but I also have a lot of bettors on this channel. Our Discord is a professional betting private group. So I'm going to say right now, just because I'm telling you my prediction at the end, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to bet on this fight. Some fights I don't bet on, and some great advice I could give you guys. Sometimes our best victories are the victories in which we don't play. Right now, I do want to remind everybody what's at stake this weekend in Chicago. Regis Prograis finds himself needing to rebound back to form after winning the WBC Junior Welterweight title with a knockout of Jose Zepeda in 2022. He followed that up with a shaky split decision victory over Danielito Zorrilla. Since then, he's suffered back-to-back losses to Haney and Catterall. Jojo Diaz is also trying to revive a once promising career. The 2012 Olympian has gone 2-6 in his last 8, with recent losses to Oscar Duarte and Abraham Montoya further dimming his career. He did notch up a confidence-building win over Jorge Luis Valencia Diaz in his last fight, but questions remain about whether he can beat Prograis. Prograis must leverage his natural power and reach advantage. If Regis can rediscover his explosive punching, particularly from his southpaw stance, then Diaz could be in for a tough fight. Prograis has 29 wins with 24 coming by way of knockout. He needs to establish his jab early to control distance, keeping Diaz on the end of his punches before landing his left hand to break Diaz down. A disciplined defensive strategy, including head movement, will be critical to avoid Diaz's counters. Diaz, on the other hand, will likely seek to negate Prograis' power by getting inside and working the body. Diaz is an experienced southpaw with good movement and positioning. While he doesn't possess the same knockout power as Prograis, his high volume pressure could prove problematic. Diaz will need to slip Regis' power punches and then unleash combos. So that's basically what it is. Diaz is going to be an inside pocket body puncher. That's going to be his game plan. This is southpaw versus southpaw. Diaz is the smaller guy. Regis has the power advantage, guys. I got to be honest with you. Even if both guys were in their prime, I'm talking Jojo at his best, I still don't think I would take him over Regis Prograis. The question is, who has more in the tank? Moving forward, I do want to take a closer look at each fighter and see what they've been up to in their career. Let's look at Jojo real quick. Guys, Diaz is 34-7-1. He has 15 knockouts. He's been stopped one time. Out of 2,595 fighters in the world at 135, he's ranked 162. Remember, guys, this fight's at 140. He's fought a total career of 332 pro rounds. He carries into the ring a 44% career knockout to win ratio. The American is a 5'6" southpaw. He's 32 years old with a 64-inch reach. He was born in South El Monte, California, but calls Covina, California, USA home. We last saw him fight Jorge Luis Valencia Diaz, 6-4-1, won a UD in the 8th. He then lost 3 in a row, to Montoya by a decision, to Duarte by stoppage, to Campos by a split. His last win before those 3 losses were to a guy named Jerry Perez, 14-2. He won via UD. He then lost 3 more in a row. So this is what we're talking about. 6 out of his last fights, he has lost. His fans are going to tell you it's because the lack of discipline. Say it for what you will. They're also going to say he's only 32. They're going to say he's coming off a win. They're going to say what he says, that he has everything figured out. Guys, he's never been the fastest guy. He's never had one-punch knockout power. He's at 140 for the first time. This is a desperate fighter, but sometimes desperation leads to success, and we'll see if that's the case this Saturday. Right now, let's look at Prograis and see what he's been up to in his career. All right, guys, Regis is 29-3 with 24 knockouts. He's never been stopped. Out of 2,740 fighters in the world at 140 pounds, he's ranked number 25. He's fought a career total of 172 pro rounds and carries into the ring an 83% career knockout to win ratio. His adoring fans know him as Rougarou. He's 36 years old, and the American's a southpaw, standing at 5'8" with a 67-inch reach. He was born in New Orleans, Louisiana, but calls Houston, Texas, USA home. We last saw him against Catterall, 29-1 UD in the 12th. He lost. Haney, 30-0, lost another UD in the 12th. Zarilla, 17-1, won a split. Zepeda, 36-2, stopped him in the 11th. McKenna, 22-2, stopped him in the 6th. He then had 2 more wins via stoppage, and then his loss to Josh Taylor, which was a great fight. Some people said that Rougarou won that fight. When Regis is at his best for the division, he is a hard-hitting, big southpaw. He does a lot of things really well. He utilizes his timing really well. His ability to manage range and distance and catch his opponents at the end of his backhand. And when he's doing that, he's grooving. Like I said, too, in his last 2 fights, 2 decision losses to 2 really tough guys. There's no shade there. The Haney loss, he fought decent. The Catterall loss, he dropped Catterall, fought decent. So it's not like he is totally declined, but we have seen a declination in his speed and reflexes, considering he has relied upon those things throughout his career to become and be successful. Guys, before I look at the odds and I give you guys my prediction, I want to let everybody know I do live streams every day. In those live streams, that's where we piece together our week-long parlays. We talk about the UFC, we talk about over-unders, knockdown props, method of victories. I give you my upset of the week, so you have to click the bell icon so you never miss a live stream. But on these Stats Don't Lie videos, I only give you my money line prediction. All right, guys, let's pull out our betting apps. The app I use down here in Australia is called Sportsbet, and on the money line, Regis is a $1.12 favorite. 100 on Regis gets you your money back plus $12. The draw is 20-1. Jojo is a $7.25 underdog. 100 on him gets you your money back plus $625. Jojo is a 6-1 underdog. Guys, this fight for me was hard to get excited for. In Regis, you have a guy who told us he was retiring to do bare knuckle boxing. In Jojo, we just saw him in June in Tijuana. Pull the tape up. You'll see what I'm talking about. Looked slow, looked lethargic. That was definitely a bounce back fight, a warm up, a tune up, whatever you want to call it. He didn't look good. Regis is not that guy in Tijuana. Regis is a natural 140 guy. Regis didn't look that bad in his last fight. I fully expect Regis Prograis to win this fight. It just comes down to, does he win a decision or does he stop Jojo? You guys could get as fancy as you want with that. Just know if you do pick a method of victory, Jojo has only been stopped once against Duarte, who's actually headlining on this card. You don't have to agree with me. In the comments section below, let me know how you see this one going. Also, if you haven't seen my breakdown, analysis, and prediction of the main event between the hometown boy Sims Jr. and the favorite Oscar Duarte, stay tuned to the channel because that's coming up right now.